There we go. There we go. What's up? Sorry. I didn't mean to be muted. What you munching on? The best chocolate? It's been a day. It's been a day. I don't know if Blue Sky is getting shut down, but their users are dropping. They dropped like 13% recently for like daily users. So that's not a good sign. I haven't done a Blue Sky video either. The parade tomorrow is going to be so cool. There's already protests getting... Like, there's a huge protest that's going to be happening. In Raleigh. The capital of my state. Blue Sky can't die. They don't have a cure for cancer yet. Is that what they're working on over there? I'm sure. I'm sure, right? The genius minds at Blue Sky. Let me copy over some links. Oh. Look at Greta looking like an absolute animal. I saved a few links, but what up? What up? Dying as in like the amount of users that appear in it are getting less and less quite frequently. So, like I said, if it goes down all of a sudden, I don't want to be the one to miss it. Because I miss the AC Shadow stuff too. Alright. I'm just gonna wait like another 2 minutes or so before you get going. Yes. Your favorite Berkeley student. She looks like a goblin. Bro. I don't know what it is. Like, how tall is she? How tall is Greta Thunberg? Hold up. How tall is Greta? Oh my god, she's 4'11". She is 4'11". Alright, hold up. I'm gonna move you guys over here. We're gonna do like a little swap. Oh. I'm gonna move you guys over here. Alright. Looks like a feral child. Dad jokes until things kick off. I'm not a dad yet. I don't know any dad jokes. Greta doesn't age both mind and body. True. Looks like a sniffer of substance. Not even 5 foot. That is right. She is not even 5 foot tall. Isn't that crazy? Looks like she was raised by werewolves. Like, you guys actually notified me what was going on. Like, I didn't know the full situation. I just read in passing. And obviously, you know, I don't know why I haven't learned by now, but you just can't believe, you know, immediately what, oh, thank you, Dale. You can't obviously just believe what you read immediately, but I didn't really care. Like, who the fuck cares what Greta's doing? She hasn't been relevant since the whole climate thing. So, I tried to give her some charity, and my bad. It completely backfired, obviously. But anyway, Let's look. This site looks incredibly boring compared to Twitter. Like, let's go to Twitter real quick. Like, look how boring this site looks compared to Twitter. Let's just do a. I know they stole like the source code from Twitter, which is why it looks so identical. But Twitter just does it better. Just in every way. Okay. I shouldn't just be randomly scrolling. I think moderation stuff. I took care of that. Hold up. Let me check real quick. Okay, there we go. What up, Gorgo? Highware 5 already. What is up, dude? Thank you so much for the 10. Hope you've been doing well, man. I'm actually really scared because YouTube actually doesn't really do anything about the copyright strikes. Like, they enforce them, but they won't unenforce them, which I think is really fucking dumb. But anyway, in advance, look at On Parade, David Plunkert's cover for the next week's issue. Oh God, I want to see what this guy looks like. David Plunkert. Who is David Plunkert? Okay, yeah, this looks about right for someone who's on BlueSky writing articles for The New Yorker. What the hell? Hairline. Let's check it out. So this is the cover. I'm surprised they don't have him doing like a Sieg Heil, to be quite honest. 16,000 upvotes, and of course they're using the AI too. Tremble before the scourge. It's Trump's birthday. I mean, no, sorry, not Trump's birthday. It is Trump's birthday, but it's the army's birthday. And isn't it the 250th anniversary for their birthday too? Play Helldivers 2 in one stream. We need we need you. We might fail this. Look, I've actually been quite busy. I haven't been gaming nearly as much, and the only time I do game is for like footage and stuff, so. But thank you for the 5. I definitely will play Helldivers 2 on stream, but this is what I have planned. I'm probably not going to do it for Floppa Friday. I want Floppa Friday, which is today, to be like one of the bigger events on the channel that happen every week or so. Like, I basically do a long-form video format, essentially. But, they are hypocrites to everyone, including artists. One's supposed to represent them. Are you talking about the, like the fact that they're using AI art? Mr. Skadoodle. BlueSky is just the Reddit hive mind on steroids. Unrelated note, The Lion King is just Macbeth with cats. I would not back down from this position. It has been so long since I've read Macbeth, dude. I read it in senior year of English class. But thank you for the 5. I'll have to look into that. That's funny. They're anti-AI unless it's convenient to them. True. Absolutely true. Oh my God. 14 likes. Now he's in the kids carriage or whatever. The toy soldiers. Love this. So true. Rain on Saturday. He is gonna have a good cry. Where is it happening? Do you guys know where it's happening? I guess it's happening in DC, right? I fucking hate Feminista. Is that a person? Oh, feminists. Okay, you missed the S. And part, yeah, but seeing the Disney lawsuit to Midjourney Funny how it's just until it hits the wallet that keeps pushing nonsense. Wait, Disney has a lawsuit against Midjourney? Like the like image creation? The No Kings protest, is that what it is? Is this Tiananmen Square? Front page of the subsequent issue. Honestly, someone should stand in front of a tank in the US. Are we comparing Tiananmen Square to the army birthday parade? Oh, God. It's not safe for work, so I'm assuming I can show it. What the fuck, dude? Imagine Valiant Goat with 5 gifted subs. Let me screenshot this real quick. There you go. Thank you so much, man. It's a channel name, Walid bin Common in mama? In your mama? Oh, God. Crocodilus, Lego Trainman, and Polar. W's to Valiant Goat. Fetish art. It is weird, dude. Highwear, thank you. 5 gifted. Again. W's for Highwear, too. To Alabama historian Jimmy Russell's Bad March, April. And Ori. And another 5. I will not be upped. Oh, God. Not the donation wars. Jesus. I want to get through BlueSky. Okay, imagine, if you will, a country so lacking a moral compass that they will elect this piece of shit. All right, great. It's not an argument. It's just more statements. Imagine, if you will, someone who believes an entire country of millions of people lack a moral compass because of who their leader is. Look, it's not as simple as this person's done bad things in their personal life. Therefore, you know, they don't qualify to be elected. Like, I'm sure Obama isn't perfect. I mean, he admitted to doing, like, cocaine, and that didn't affect his election. I feel like we've been trailing in the direction of, like, do you have policies or principles that the American people agree with? And that's basically what's going to get you elected. It doesn't matter anymore so much how you say it. I think Trump has proven that. It just matters the platform that you run on. And I think it's always been like that. Well, actually, no, because some people just get completely cut out of the race, even if they make one mistake. No king, no taco. Okay, guys, can anyone explain to me why I keep seeing taco stuff and, like, Taco Bell? Does it have to do with, like, the Mexicans? Or the people, the illegal immigrants getting deported? Is that what it has to do with? I keep seeing taco shit everywhere. I don't even like Taco Bell anymore. Taco Bell's quality went down so significantly. Why are these memes so unfunny? That's another thing, too. Like, what is this? I could do this in Paint. Anti-racism by being racists. Also that, like, I feel like if similar memes were being made about Mexicans in the opposite direction, you know, I could easily twist this to be racist, but because they started it, I guess it's not. I just don't know where this trend came from. I've never prayed so hard for a washout thunder/lightning storm than I am right now. Happy Atheist on TikTok shared this. Happy Atheist. Underneath the tank route on Constitution Avenue, there is Tiber Creek. It dates back to Civil War time, formerly filled with sewage and bricked over. All the weight of those tanks could, in theory, pose a risk to collapsing, resulting in shit geyser. We'll see if it happens, I guess. I don't think that's very likely. Taco, Trump always chickens out. It's about the tariffs. Oh, okay, so it's about the tariffs? Trump always chickens out. Okay. I see. But wasn't the point of the tariffs, is what he said, to get people to the table, not necessarily to like implement them for like long term? It was just basically a leverage. Oh, maybe you do a video on reading left memes until I laugh. That's actually not a bad idea. Dear leaders, but I laugh like at how cringe it is. I usually don't laugh at the meme itself. Dear leaders medals, playing golf during a pandemic, fourth bankruptcy, founding a scam university, third wife. I actually don't know anything about the Trump University, to be honest. I mean, it could be a scam. I don't know. Third wife, stealing from charity, submitting to Putin, pardoning traitors, dodging the draft.
Tremble before the scourge.
This shit geyser would be based. Dude, if a shit geyser occurs, it's not gonna look good optically. But like I said, I doubt that would happen. I love how all of a sudden they're for the Vietnam War just because Trump dodged it. That's the war that they're saying that he dodged, right? And even the even the, like, what was it, the Iraq War? I don't think Americans look back on that war very fondly either. Thank you, Mr. Cornell. It was really fun working with him too. I love Tax Brass, dude. He's a goat. But yeah. I didn't know Democrats were pro-war. They praised Muhammad Ali for dodging the draft, by the way. Of course they did. I can only imagine why. Pardoning traitors. I do think the blanket pardons probably weren't a good idea optically, especially when you run on like a platform of law and order. Like, obviously you shouldn't be breaking into the Capitol, even though most people, like, obviously didn't. There was a lot of people there that day. And the ones who did were just walking around for the most part, except for that one dude who shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk. But yeah, I don't think those people who actually broke into the Capitol should be pardoned. That's not, even if the police were letting them in, they know, like, they obviously know you're not supposed to go in there. I think it's pretty reasonable, in my opinion. But anyway, some say this is the greatest military parade birthday party any president has ever thrown for himself. You can't win. You actually can't win. If it was the next day, I'm sure they would say the same exact thing. In America, we don't do kings. They've defied our courts, deported Americans. Yeah, they deported Americans, disappeared people off the streets, attacked our civil rights, and I love the disappeared people part. Again, more alluding to the Nazis, I'm assuming. Attacked our civil rights and slashed our services. The corruption has gone too far. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. It's all the same. It's all the same. Fat boy. Okay, let's move on. Facilitate does not equal effectuate. Bro, why are they so obsessed with Nazis? It's weird. I'm actually going to be doing a video tonight on Reddit comments and the arguments, like Reddit arguments that I've seen and some of the things that they argue. That should be really fun. Let's see. It's a vote. Okay, let's listen again. Oh shit, that's really loud. Let me pause this real quick. Let's listen to Gavin Newsom talking about whatever the fuck he wants the app about.
Saturday, in response to this military.
Is that too loud for you guys? Give me a 1. Give me a 1 if it's good, 2 if it's too loud.
Do it peacefully. It's a vulgar display. It's the kind of thing you see Kim Jong-un, you see it Putin, you see it with dictators around the world that are weak and just want to demonstrate strength.
Sorry. Let's bring it back. I just want to see if the sound was good.
Saturday, in response to this military event.
Do it peacefully. It's a vulgar display. It's the kind of thing you see Kim Jong-un, you see it Putin, you see it with dictators around the world.
Wait, the army parade is a vulgar display?
That are weak and just want to demonstrate strength. Weakness masquerading as strength. To fet the dear leader on his birthday.
Wait, did he just spaz out? What the fuck?
On his birthday. Dear leader on fet the dear leader to fet the dear leader on his birthday.
Defet.
What an embarrassment. Honestly, it's that's about as small as it gets. How weak do you have to be to commandeer the military to fet you on your birthday in a vulgar display of weakness? That's Donald Trump.
Okay, I understand, right? His birthday just so happens to be on the day that the army was created or whatever, the army's birthday. You know, there's nothing you can do about that. So what's the point in trying to argue against it? Like, what are you actually accomplishing? Like, he's playing, this is obviously theatrical. He's trying to play it up like this is some horrible thing. Like, imagine if they went along with it and were like, no, this is awesome. Like, we actually get to celebrate, you know, the hardworking service members of our country. Like, this is awesome. You know, thank you. And you would actually look less radical. But isn't Gavin Newsom trying to, like, run for president next cycle? This parade has been planned. Wait, whoa. This parade has been planned. Oh god, I'm trying to find it. I lost your comment. No. You know who you are. Say it. Say it again. Was it planned like a while ago? When was it actually planned? It's just a massive coincidence that he and the U.S. Army were born on June 14th. True. More of the story, the strong allow themselves to be looted and attacked and the weak do something about it. Yeah, totally. I wonder if somewhere out there are people who genuinely think, oh, I wonder what Gavin Newsom thinks about this. I know, dude. Every time he speaks or has spoken recently, it's just been a complete L. I don't know why he, like, he called out someone's video of a fire being started in California or whatever, or a riot occurring. And he was like, this happened in 2020. This wasn't in 2025. And it's like, okay, so it happened again? It happened again? Wait, you weren't good enough to stop it then, and you're still not good enough to stop it now? What's going on? Oh, God. It's always the same shit. They should run AOC too. Yeah, AOC does not have a chance. I actually don't know who does have a chance, to be quite honest. If anyone in the chat knows anyone who possibly has a chance of beating, I guess, Vance. Wouldn't Vance be the next one? I mean, we have a lot of candidates that we could put up, but the full bench of the Second Circuit Court of Appeals rejected Donald Trump's appeal. Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway, guilty of sexual assault. Yes, that is. Oh, God, how long ago is it? Way past the statute of limitations. Matt Pat could win. It's the Proud Boys, not ICE. Pass it on. He assaulted 2 people in Sterling, Virginia today. They were peacefully protesting. He's not ICE. He's a Proud Boy. Okay, so it wasn't actually the government. Supposedly it was not. 250th birthday. It is with deep sorrow that we share the loss of our teammate, CW2, Dustin Wright. What? Is this a position? I don't know what rank that is. The official release is included below. Our deepest condolences go out to his family, friends, and all who are grieving with tremendous loss. To clarify the statement, the accident occurred during routine attack aviation training mission inside the Fort Campbell training area. Oh, okay. A soldier who is preparing for the aerial show for Trump's idiotic birthday military parade for himself just died during the preparation flight. How is this Trump's fault, even if that's true? And apparently it's not true. Yeah, it's a routine. Okay, so thank you, Joel. Hello from peaceful fires and bombs. Thank you. Yes, we need more of those. I'm gonna peacefully demolish your private business in the name of illegal immigrants. There we go. That should be our messaging. Okay, so propaganda with the real story. Great. I like how they got called out too. And this one got only 1 like, but this one got 9. Dang, training deaths do happen. Yeah, they do. You don't, it's serious. Training is serious. How weak do you have to be commander? To commandeer the military. Oh, okay, for your birthday. Well, that would be Donnie Bone Spurs. What does him having bone spurs have to do anything? Flight accidents happen all the time. If this didn't happen, it was 100% pilot error and on him. I say this as a pilot myself. What is up, Mr. Bad Guy? Thank you so much for the 5. And true. People forget that, like, even training to do dangerous stuff is still dangerous. I don't understand. And the fact that they were trying to blame it on Trump, like, even if things can happen all the time when preparing for something that's like not that bad, but you can't blame the event. Like, we don't use that logic in any other circumstance. So it definitely doesn't do here. Do a banned speedrun for BlueSky. True. I'll start commenting on everything. Damn it. I gotta verify my email. Here, let me verify my email real quick. We're gonna try. I'm not gonna like say super inflammatory stuff, but I'm gonna be really light, and we'll see if that still gets me banned. Thank you, Highware5 too, for the 5. What's that? Shadow the Hedgehog? Have you seen One Good Turn on Twitter? He talks about COVID and President POTUS47 on a daily basis. It's one of the most insane accounts of on all of X, 100% unhinged. No, I will look into him. Thank you for the 5. Let's see. I might bring him up. Let me vet him real quick. Okay, guys, wait. You know what? Let's do something fun. Since there's a lot of you here, we can do something fun. Give me like stuff to comment on BlueSky, and hopefully let's find some good posts to comment on. Okay, let's take the Greta post. Trans people aren't real. No. I'm not trying to get immediately banned. I'm trying to like, we want to ride the line as close as possible. Greta Thunberg being released, the internet world is gonna explode on this one. Come on, let's make the interview statement famous. 21,000 likes, very famous. Oh my god, dude, I already... Hold up, give me 1 second, give me 1 second.
Tremble before the scourge.
Is that a woman or man? It's a Greta. It's a Thunberg. Alright, hold up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here, I'll give you the cat cam. So you guys are occupied. I'll give you the cat cam. There you go.
Tremble before the scourge.
My bad, y'all. Should have taken care of that sooner, but it is what it is. All right, Greta Thunberg. Let's listen to what Greta Thunberg has to say. All right. Oops. Let me turn the music off. All right.
He said, I don't know if you know,
Here we go.
Donald Trump commented about you being soft in Ashdod. He said, you're an angry young woman who needs anger management. What would you respond? How do you feel?
What did he say? I have no connection to anything, so I don't know.
Basically, he said that, he said he was reacting to what was being said about Israel.
Okay, wait. Do any of you remember how she got big? Like, can you guys tell me? I know the climate change stuff got her big, but like before that, even before that, like what is her history? Like why is she important? Why does anyone care?
Capturing you. He said, that this is not, they've not been kidnapped, so Israel doesn't need that right now. And he said, Greta Thunberg is, I quote, a young angry woman. She needs anger management sessions.
Well, I think the world needs a lot of more young angry women, to be honest, especially with everything going on right now. That's the thing we need most of.
I don't know if you know.
Oh my god. Her parents were rich? Okay, that makes sense.
Tremble before the scourge.
She took a sailboat to get to the UN meeting? Is that true? Have you seen Greta pretending to be handcuffed? Oh my god. Is that true? Because she was a child? Yeah, but there's plenty of children, Her parents are rich? Okay, so she's an industry plant. I got it. Priceless comeback. Men tend to coast the status quo because it's to their benefit, but women fight because they've been forced to. And what we need most, as she points out, is angry fighting women. I don't care if anyone likes or loathes her. She's got bigger balls than him. Than anyone, sorry. Okay, guys. I don't understand why people... Kazian? I hope I got that right. Kazian. Thank you for the 5 gifted. That is crazy. Bloodthirsty. Haven Harpy. Kelly Shea. Appalachia 12, and Carl the Longshoreman. Give a big thank you to Kazin, and thank you so much. W's. But yeah, I don't understand why people always used identity as a way of gaining sympathy, because to me it always seems like a lot weaker when you say we need women to fight, we need men to fight. Why don't you say people? If you say people, I feel like your message is going to be a lot, reach a broader audience instead of trying to directly call upon a certain demographic to fight your woes, It just doesn't make any sense. She's fine with me, and thank goodness she has been released. But there was never any question that she would be released. That's what's annoying to me. Okay. Yeah, it does seem like a PR stunt. People is offensive. These people have nothing else going on in their lives and want to be victims. I don't even think it's that. I think they have nothing going on in their lives, so they have to use characteristics that are now politically advantageous to try to stay relevant in the conversation. That seems a lot more likely. She will win a Nobel Prize one day. Give me a 1 if you guys actually think she will, whether you agree with it or not. And give me a 2 if you don't. Like, it doesn't matter if you agree with what she says, but do you actually think people would actually consider giving her one? One. 2. Lots of 2s. We're pretty split. We're pretty split on this. I think I see more sentiment for 1. I actually... unironically think they might. I think it's actually a possibility that they might do it. As sad as that is. I don't know what they would do it for. But, 2, she's not useful enough. It doesn't seem to matter. I mean, who is that one guy? Didn't Obama get a Nobel Peace Prize for, like, bombing children?
Before the scourge.
Hold up, let me look that up. Oh my god, he did get a Nobel Peace Prize. Can these get revoked? Can the Nobel Prizes get revoked at any time? Why is the site dying this time? It just had like a 13% loss of like daily users recently. So I know it's not like technically dead, but I mean, look at this engagement. 21,000. George Washington didn't join a party, he fought a king. You don't have to be a Democrat to say no to tyranny. Oh man, we're getting desperate. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. If you guys don't remember, he rushed the what was it called? He rushed, like, put up a poll. Nah, we don't need a poll, Highware. We don't need a poll. I can just kind of get a general sentiment from the 1s or 2s. But thank you. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, he rushed that one senator for the illegal immigration stuff.
Just want.
Search up the video of her pretending to get handcuffed. All right, fine. We'll do that real quick. Let me look for it. Oh my god. Greta pretending to be handcuffed. Oh my god.
Greta Thunberg and his view of this very special woman.
Well, she's a strange.
Very special.
To Europe, she doesn't look that happy. She went to Gaza to win a Nobel Peace Prize.
That's not the video though.
It's petty.
Oh, this old
You
dude.
see, I'll always shown below the purple or whatever it's.
Wait, does this say Anne? Is this a guy or a girl?
Yeah, and then and it's you can see. It's interesting. Did she actually?
Oh my god. She's walking with her hands behind her back. Oh man. Accuses Israel of kidnapping her. They didn't do a good job if you're standing right here in front of us. They, them. That's a dude. It looks like a dude. She comes from a rich family of performers. She's half mouthpiece, half actress. She floats to whatever will get attention. I haven't actually heard of her in quite a while, like, so it doesn't seem it's working very well. But let's listen to the senator.
Just want to once again, for not just the community here in Los Angeles, but throughout the country, because.
Wait, guys, give me a percentage real quick on. Let me think of how to phrase it. Maybe not a percentage. Give me like a number between 1 through 100 on how much illegal immigration actually supports the Californian economy. Or let's do South Californian economy. Like how strongly do you think all that really cheap labor 50, 13, 10, 30%, 20, 30, around 69, 60. Let's see. Let's actually look up how many illegal immigrants are in South California. Here, I'll even use ChatGPT language. How many? Actually, no. I'll start with illegal immigrants. Are in South California right now. They do a lot of agriculture work. Oh no, I'm sure. 2.6 million as of 2022. Los Angeles is home to about 10% of its residents without legal status, roughly equating to around 900,000 undocumented immigrants. Okay, no, California statewide has 2.6, but South California has 900,000. How many people live in SoCal? Okay, so it's about 900,000 people out of 23 million is what the 2020 census says. That's still a good percentage. 1 in 20? That's 5%. No, that's a huge amount. Like, that may not sound like a big amount, but that's a huge amount of people. Because they take up resources and so on and so on. And they're not counting the kids or anything. But that's still 10%. Because it says there's 11 million illegal immigrants in the U.S. as of 2022. So California holding around 3 million of them, probably close to there, is crazy. More than I'm comfortable with, I agree. Oh, are you trying to let her out? Oh, okay. That's insane. Sorry, I'm reading the numbers. Since 2010, California's total has decreased from 2.9 to 2.6 million. Continued declines and border crosses from Mexico contribute to this trend. Good. In South California today, estimates between roughly 1.2 to 1.5 unauthorized immigrants, with nearly 1 million residing in LA alone. Okay, so most of them are in LA, which is why everybody's spazzing out. When cat cam? Oh, am I quiet? Let me move my mic. Whenever COVID gets mentioned on r/news, it always gets 30,000 upvotes. I knew Reddit was bad, but that's next level mass psychosis, or it's paid bots. It's definitely both, because it's like a snowball effect where even if the bots give it artificial likes, people will still bandwagon it, right? And believe it's a lot bigger of an issue. But sorry, I just want to go over the numbers so that at least the 230 people that are here understand the context for actually how many are in just LA. Like, it's 1 million. Hold up, let me look at the what's the population of LA? Wait, so it's 4 million and 1 in 4 people in LA are illegal immigrants? There's no way. So what percentage of illegal immigrants makes up the population of LA? That doesn't sound right. Okay, that doesn't sound right. Okay, it's 1 in 10. 1 in 10 is still a lot, though. I was about to say 1 in 4 doesn't make any sense. But the Los Angeles population, it says the LA population is 4 million. on Google, but I'm assuming you're using a bigger area. Okay, City of Los Angeles has 4 million. LA County has 10 million. So what about LA as a city? I want to know how much it is in the actual city. Okay, so there's 400,000 people, roughly, that are undocumented in LA. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to BlueSky. I just had to know as a frame of reference. So 1 in 10 people in LA have got to go. That's basically what we learned. All right.
We're not just a community here in Los Angeles, but throughout the country. Because there is a lot of concern, there is a lot of tension, there is a lot of anxiety.
Wait, did he choke up?
Because there is a lot of concern, there is a lot of tension, there is a lot of anxiety. And a lot of people are beginning to make plans for what they may or may not do come this Saturday. I encourage everybody to please peacefully protest, just like I was calmly and peacefully listening in that press conference and preparing, attempting to act.
Give me a 1 if you want to see what peacefully asking a question and a protest. I mean, peacefully listening looks like from this guy. Have you guys seen the clip? This is what peacefully...
And right now, we do have breaking news we want to get to here. Vogue.
What they have tried to the rioters and to the politicians in Los Angeles.
The fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your...
Okay, so that was Senator
No,
Padilla.
no, this isn't the right clip. I mean, this is the right clip, but I want to see the full thing.
Sir, hands up, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your I also want to hands up.
How many of our ICE agents have been docked?
Oh, puts his hands up. No more cameras. Puts his hands up.
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go ahead, put them behind my back.
All right. Cool. One hand. Lay flat. Lay flat.
No vans and preparing, attempting.
Now let's look at this.
And peacefully listening in that press conference.
Calmly and peacefully listening. Okay. Sure, buddy. 20,000 likes. This is the equivalent of Twitter to probably like 400,000 likes, by the way. These, unless it's AOC posting, these get like nothing. Nothing in comparison. This is afterwards. Peacefully fighting. Even if it is afterwards, when you claim that you're peacefully listening and then you just barge in and try to make your statement without like waiting in line, you're going to look like an idiot if you say this after. Listening like California leadership listens to their citizens. Also that California is in such a it's such a... If you want to see what corruption and fraud truly looks like, just do some research on how much money just disappears from the state of California that goes literally nowhere. It's like not tracked. I watched a Moon video on it about how California was falling. And it's crazy how much of their like public subsidies just get like deleted. Like Control-Alt-Delete Task Manager just ended out of nowhere. And that money is never to be seen again. I wonder where it goes though. Fuck the rules. Something needs to be done. Something that may be illegal. Why not? This regime is completely illegal. They do not play by the rules. So it is time like never before to act in a way that brings about immediate change, or we wake up tomorrow in a completely unfixable world. Yes, a Marxist revolution is what you're advocating. Fuck that shit. Oh god. Looting, arson, and rioting equal are not the answers. Only an organized and covert effort set up by those with experience I think anybody who has the experience to like lead something like this are actually waiting for something like that isn't just removing people that shouldn't be here in the country. They're probably waiting for something bigger. They're not going to be joining. In fact, if this movement was so important, you wouldn't need to pay people to actually protest. That's what's funny too. China is actually paying people, not everybody obviously, but we have confirmation that China is actually paying some of the people to protest. So why get a job when you can just get paid to destroy shit? Show up with our passion, our shouts and signs, but violence needs to be off the table. Violence always puts others, the most vulnerable, at risk. Okay, then condemn it. Just condemn it. Have your leaders condemn it. Have the online celebrities like Hassan condemn it. But we're never going to see that. Would love to see... you're not just protesting against Trump, you're protesting for optics. Trump and his supporters would love to get a photograph of you throwing tear gas back or breaking windows or some shit. But this is the only thing y'all are good at. These things help them sell the idea that we're violent. Be intentional, stay peaceful, fuck them over. One to 10, guys, how crazy is it going to get tomorrow? Let's say in Washington, D.C. How crazy are we thinking? 8, 5, 29, 7, 8, 10? At least a 5? I think it's at least a 5. I agree with that. I think 7 is going to be it. I'd be really shocked if it was only like a 3. Like Nate Lack said. What about in Seattle? What about in LA? I think LA is going to be crazy too. I think LA will just be as bad, if not worse. Unsubscribe podcast is going to be there? Oh shit. I hope Donut Operator doesn't get destroyed. He's the only one I know from them. Or Angry Cops. Was an Angry Cop there too? I wish they had the 1812 drip. Oh, guys, what do you want me to post on here? What do you want me to post? I'll copy one of your comments and just drop it. I saw Hassan in a live stream on a local news. It was weird. Bro is like... He's trying to get attention from the U.S. government. He's trying to martyr himself. I don't believe the two-party system is sustainable. Peacefully punishing law enforcement. No, pushing law enforcement. Post Orange Man good. Who the fuck ordered all these Hassan de Chimeras? Give me my money back, purple. I love the state. Post a slur. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. That'll end the fun too quickly. If they throw tear gas at you, just have to breathe. Oh my god. I could post a picture of someone throwing tear gas with the caption "I can't breathe." Would that get me banned too quickly though? All right, let me find one. There we go. Is it obvious what it is? I think it's pretty obvious what it is, right? How many of you have BlueSky accounts? Okay, let's go to the next post. Let's troll the next post. This is AOC. AOC is the only person who actually gets like a decent amount of likes. And the decent amount of likes is only about like 100,000. Sorry, 100,000, not 100,000. The fuck. Psychotic Schematics said he will pay to it, so if he doesn't pay. Said he will pay to it? The fuck are you talking about? Psycho Schematics? Pay to what though? Anyway, I'll keep reading your message. Give me the context for that. I will be damned if I allow a bunch of Confederate waving January 6th apologists give the American people a lecture on flag waving. There is zero reason to enter an argument about patriotism with people who still worship traitors to America 150 plus years later. They are breaking the law. What is she talking about? Guys, what the fuck is she talking about? I have one only to share art and music. How to train my algorithm to avoid political bullshit.
Tremble before the scourge.
Yeah, but lecture on flag waving? What are we talking about flag waving? Oh, you mean like the Mexican flags? Why is she saying everybody there was a Confederate, like, apologist? To see it, fuck my typing skills. Yeah, but to see what? What is the it? Thank you for the 2, by the way, and the 5. So much for reconciliation. Yeah, we all knew that wasn't gonna happen. Come on. I don't understand what she is trying to say. She's basically trying to say the people waving Mexican flags, she doesn't want to hear us complain about it because we have people waving Confederate flags on January 6th. Even though, you know, most people aren't actually Confederate supporters. Like, that's just the reality. There is zero reason to enter an argument about patriotism with people who still worship traitors from 150 plus years ago. How many people actually still support the Confederacy? Press 1 in the chat if you can still support the Confederacy, and 2 if you don't. This has to be such a fringe amount of people. Okay. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't ask you guys. Jesus Christ. This was the moment when Trump supporters took down the United States flag. Well, why did you? Because I'm an idiot, alright? That's why. You knew it when you asked? I know. This was the moment when Trump supporters took down the United States flag and threw it on the ground so they could replace it with the Trump flag. Never forget. And I don't like when either side does this, where they see like two people do something like this and then say this represents the whole movement when obviously it doesn't. Shout out to Confederate flags for always showing me who is white trash without even having to have a conversation. I'm not actually 100% sure, to be honest, why a lot of people do the whole Confederate flag thing. Especially if you're like super pro-American. I guess it's representing the South, right? Like that just seems to be the most colloquial take that you can have, because I doubt most people have like a deep knowledge of Civil War history when they have it about. So I don't really like. Sure, it can be ignorant, but I don't really have any strong opinions when I see them, because I live in a southern state, so I do see them occasionally, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, This chilling photo is a Trump supporter gouging out the eyes of a D.C. police officer at the Capitol. Trump called this day a day of love. He calls this man a warrior and praises him as a hero. Do we know who this is? Is that even his eyes? The fuck? I want to see the video for that. Also, why? Yeah, they're still seething over J6. And yeah, I don't think most people agree with the people who are attacking the police. Duh. Stop waving a Mexican flag. You know what? The Confederacy is closer to Mexico. I mean, closer to the United States than the Mexican flag. So, if we're speaking optically, I don't know. I don't really care. But
Tremble before the scourge.
Oh my god, psychosemantic. I'm a man of my word. Can we get W's? Holy shit. $50. Thank you. Oh, that's what you were talking about, Highware. Oh, okay. Okay, it makes sense.
Before the scourge.
W's in chat. Thank you, Highware, again for the fucking 20. The only Confederate flag that mattered. I find it funny how the same people who are telling us to move on from January 6th still haven't moved on from the South losing the Civil War in 1865. See, I'm sure there's a lot of crossover between the people who are like, the South should have won, types, and those who are just using it as like a Southern pride type of thing. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of crossover there, because, I don't see the Confederate flag ever get talked about seriously in politics anymore. Basically ever. But thank you, AOC, for your worthless fucking opinion. Okay, tear gas can cause long-term health consequences by making people more susceptible to contracting respiratory illnesses, including COVID. Tear gas is bad because... Oh, wait. We should have... What should I tell AOC? I could talk to her directly. Tell me what I should tell AOC. Keep on and schmirk on. Get back in the kitchen. Oh, God. Hell nah, Jack. Get the fuck out of here. Why the long face? You're my favorite diversity hire. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you, not Russian. There we go. Oh, God. Okay. Guys, we gotta stop using tear gas. We gotta stop. Because unfortunately, it'll make the COVID worse when you catch it. That's it. That's the only reason. I think we should have a federal mandate to ban tear gas, or else people who get COVID might suffer more. No, it makes them susceptible to it. Sorry. The chemical agent can also hurt people inside their homes if it seeps into residential neighborhoods. What you need to know. We're all ODing. OD on that tear gas. What Twitter are you using? No. I'm on BlueSky. I'm on BlueSky right now. This ain't Twitter. It's against the Geneva Convention to use it in war, but the U.S. uses it against their own people. I don't think tear gas is against the Geneva Convention. Yeah, use mustard gas instead. Now that is against the Geneva Convention. Not tear gas, though. What the fuck? Let me look this up. There's no way. Better than mayo gas? True. Is tear gas against the Geneva? Okay, before I hit enter, it may be just because it can affect innocent people. Okay, no, tear gas is not banned under the Geneva Convention for use in warfare, but its use is restricted. Got it. You're a fucking liar. Do a Google search before you yap about shit. There you go. Rubber bullets too are lethal when used incorrectly. Guys, when used incorrectly, spoons are lethal. If you know that, I didn't know. I have to inform you now that we can't use spoons anymore because they could be potentially lethal. When used incorrectly, by the way. I mean, they could probably blind you. No, they can certainly blind you. But sticks and rocks are also lethal when used the wrong way. Tear gas is also an aborificent. Aborificent? I think that's how you say it. Apparently. So if you're pregnant, steer clear of the protests just in case. Do they have a Kamala Harris profile picture? Guys, if you should arrest mothers and charge them if they protest while pregnant like this. Should a pregnant woman be a part of the LA protest standing in the middle of the highway? I feel like that's endangerment to the child. Why would you... Do we need to be told this? Do we actually need to be told that if we put ourselves in, like, the way of bodily harm while pregnant, that we shouldn't be doing that? Have you seen the video of the guy getting hit in the coconuts by a rubber bullet? I have not seen that video. Am I allowed to watch that? I think I am, right? It's more funny than anything. Guy hit in nuts with rubber bullet.
On the left-hand side of your screen, Derek Stahl is standing by as we've seen more.
Look at this. Oh, let me shrink it. Thank you for the 5, Colin Roberts. Thank you.
Those flash bombs and more of that.
Is it him? No, that's a
going off.
woman.
Derek, there it is.
Yeah, right now they're moving in. You can
Is it
see
this
it
guy?
live happening right here on 3TV and CBS 5 News. We've got the only vantage point up here. You can actually see this. You can actually see them firing pepper spray at protesters who refuse to leave. That's pepper spray right there. They want to get these people out. Boy, this is incredible. All right. So these are folks, the police have given these folks several orders.
Which one
leave.
is it?
You can see they're now throwing things. They're throwing water bottles. They're throwing water bottles at officers.
Yeah, as we're watching, Derek, I mean, you can see the crowd.
Oh, okay, it's right here.
Backing up, but still facing that line of officers in defiance.
You just saw one of the protesters go up there and actually kick a can of that.
Out here that are kicking.
Tremble before the scourge.
Damn, he got it.
Yeah.
Ooh. That shit was quick, too. Holy hell. That shit moved fast. Hey, I've made some replies to your comments. Thank you, Parker. Oh, I'll check them out. Hopefully I can see them on BlueSky.
Yeah.
Dude, that moved fast. I tried to see if I could get the projectile.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's watch it at like... Oh shit. Hold up. Let's watch it really slow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
It just appears.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. That shit was quick. It just appears out of nowhere. Rip balls, yeah. No, I don't think frame by frame's gonna help. But oh my god. That's a great video. Who recommended that? Thank you, Colin. We'll watch it one more time. We'll watch it one more time. I want to see what he does after.
That are kicking the pepper spray back.
Ooh.
Just got shot.
Yeah, he's rolling. Yep.
That guy that you're looking at right now just got hit with what I think is with the rubber bullet.
Yep.
He looks
Yep.
hurt. So, yeah, the officers are not, not messing around at all. If there's anybody out here on the streets, go home.
Hey, 1 in chat if he was aiming for that. 2 if he wasn't. If it was just an accident. 1 if he was actually shot him in the nuts on purpose. 2 if he didn't.
Tremble before the scourge.
I low-key think he did. I low-key think he was trying. That placement... I've seen 3 hilarious nutshot clips. Thank you, Donk, for 2. Maybe I'll compile a bunch of them till the end. That's funny though. Also, this feels like natural selection, right? Like for everybody to just be standing in the middle of the road while you have a bunch of police now moving in on you on the street. This feels 100% like natural selection. Why would you not get on the sidewalk? Really? Really? You're just going to stand in the middle of the street. You know you're not going to win. Do these people actually think they're going to win this encounter? What's the goal? What's the goal? There's like no sense of self-preservation. They seem to always aim poorly. Oh shit, hold up. I didn't even see that. There you go. I can't believe I didn't have it on. Tear gas is an illegal chemical weapon that cannot be deployed in war, but peaceful protesters for all. It's a simple Google search away. You didn't need to post this. That would be fair fighting fire with fire. What the hell? You know, there's alcohol in this. Take a sip, boys. Take a sip. That is pregnant AOC. Yes. It's not much. It's not much. It's like less than a shot of Malibu, but it's certainly there. Why did this get recommended to me? Oh, yeah, it's you. Thank you. No, I got banned. Well, it wasn't banned, but I got placed a label for rude. Rude or impolite, crude language, and disrespectful comments. So I can call someone a Nazi, and that's completely fine. But the second I call someone a liar, I'm now rude, and my tweet or whatever needs to get banned, bro. Impolite, crude language, disrespectful, without constructive purpose? Wait. These are the rules? Give me a 1 if you think it's gonna get appealed. Give me a 1 if you think it's gonna get bypassed, 2 if it's not. I had to say that I got triggered. I'm sorry, I got triggered. Really? Y'all don't think it's gonna at all? Really? I can't weaponize my feelings against them? You have to beg? That was a beg. What are you talking about? Mr. Droid, can you make it tear gas? Alright, we're moving on. This is one of my favorite tweets. I found. Every flashbang could instead be a meal for a poor kid. Every hotel room for a National Guardsman deployed through fire, at our neighborhood. Okay, sorry. Deployed to fire at our neighbors could house a homeless... Let me focus. I'm starting to lose my ability to read. Every flashbang could instead be a meal for a poor kid. Every hotel room for a National Guardsman deployed to fire at our neighbors could house a homeless vet. Am I reading this wrong? Every hotel room for a National Guardsman deployed to fire at our neighbors. No, they just can't write. Am I missing punctuation? Every less than lethal bullet pulled from a journalist's eye could be already needed health care for anyone else. All of this is a choice. Okay, so it's not me. Public school at work. Yeah, I tried reading this and I was like, I know what they're saying, but something's not coming out right. This is why videos take an hour, by the way, to read sometimes, because I have to read some bullshit that has zero punctuation, and then I get frustrated, and I'm like, all right, I'm just skipping this part. But every flashbang could be a meal for a homeless kid. Well, guess what? Every single dollar that we subsidize to support illegal immigrants could also be used for any of the things mentioned here, but we're not going to mention that. We're not going to mention that at all, because obviously California is Mexico or something. Isn't that the new line of reasoning, is that California is actually Mexico and belongs to Mexico, therefore they don't have to follow United States law or some bullshit? Every dollar spent on repression is a dollar stolen from compassion. We were told there's no money for healthcare, housing, or food, but there's always funding for boots, bullets, and barricades. Priorities aren't broken, they're perfectly cruel by design. You see. I actually do agree that we don't need to spend nearly as much on the military as we do. Obviously, we're number one. We can be number one with a little bit less money going toward it. But at the same time, if we have less people in the country to take care of, we can have more money per person. And we have a system that tells these people, hey, you're not supposed to be here. So... Go. Sorry, cat. So, you can just spin these arguments back at them over and over and over. F-45 is hot, though. That is a pretty sick plane. Yeah, that's a pretty sick plane. All right, I'll give you that. 46? The fuck is this? Anyway, America will spend an inordinate amount of money to punish people and $0 to support them. You know what? Why is this tagged MILF? MILF stands for Man I Love Floppa. Hashtag MILF, guys. Hegseth ain't paying. Right now, all they're talking about on military forms is how the deployments are broken up into 29-day blocks so DOD doesn't have to pay them active duty benefits, including no allowance for housing. Bring these dudes some cold water. They'll keep ice off your back. The National Guard is sleeping on garage floors just as they did on January 6th. Ugh. Is this true? Discord notification? I don't have this. Oh shit, Discord is on. Some people gotta sleep. How the deployments are broken up into 29-day blocks. See, I'm not even sure if I should trust this information. Also, where would they be sleeping? I guess on the military base or something? I don't know. My phone died. I think I went over this clip already.
Right there. Look at him.
I'm not sure if I can... No, I can watch it.
Trigger happy as fuck. So I just showed you him, right? Look at that. Oh, what's passing by? Where's our money going, right? Where are our tax dollars going, right?
That's a good question. They're getting wasted on dealing with your situation because your state wouldn't deal with it.
Right.
This was in the last video.
So, we've got trigger happy fucking bitch over here. Look at.
Guys, if you see a perimeter of cops, because obviously the only thing that they do is just stand around to stop people from protesting. That's the only thing cops are good for. Apparently. Would you just walk up to them like this when they're pointing a gun at you and telling you to turn the fuck around?
They're telling her to move, but that's a public sidewalk. It's
It's not like anything bad could happen on a public sidewalk that you wouldn't want the public to get, you know, hurt from.
They're
Walk away!
telling her to move.
No, I'm gonna sit here and argue with you while you point a gun at me.
Watch, if they shoot her. Holy fuck.
Now, let me be honest. They probably should have. I don't think it was a warning shot, but they probably should have given her a countdown. Like, if you don't leave in 3 seconds, we're going to shoot. They shouldn't have just like shot randomly. But still, like, you have to have some self-preservation in these situations. Like, it's chaotic. Why would you argue with someone who's pointing a gun at you instead of walking the fuck away?
Where'd he get you?
Oh, and guys, you want to hear probably why they were creating a perimeter? Wait.
Let me just look at it.
Where's the explosion?
Right here, and let me just look at it, unless you want to go inside.
Oh, yep, there it is. Holy shit.
You want to go inside?
That was loud. I think the cops created a perimeter for a reason. Imagine if they just let her walk by and she blew up. Like, I guess that's what they were supposed to do, right? I would take a bullet than an explosion any day. Like, obviously, we can't corroborate that, you know, it was necessarily had to do anything with that. But, that's, you know, Occam's razor. That's just my most educated guess, given what happened.
Holy fuck, you guys. Okay. Here.
Watch your back. Okay. Actually, no, that's even more evidence. Okay. So, it did have to do with, their perimeter. Interesting. I will never forgive maggots/Republicans for this. Never. If you watch Fox News or any right-wing media, you voted for this. This is LAPD, right? This is LAPD? Am I correct about that? Like, this doesn't look like the National Guard or anything. This looks like LAPD. What the fuck does Trump have to do with the LAPD? At all. How is this Trump's fault? How is this Republicans' fault? This is your own city's police force. We could have an intelligent black woman in the White House. This would not be happening if Taco and his dancing Nazi Elon hadn't pulled this election out of their asses. They pulled the election out of their asses so hard that they won every single, you know, piece of representation. The House, the Senate, majority Supreme Court, popular vote, electoral vote. It was all just pulled out of their ass. They must have some fucking large colons. The woman who filmed this and helped the injured woman showed courage and strength. She deserves a mention. Ugh. Anyway, she didn't get shot. A cop shot her. This isn't passive voice kind of event. Good point. Oh my god, the grammar police. Quick question. Why is anyone of the large number of police officers so threatened by a single unarmed person such that they would choose to fire a weapon at all, let alone actually shoot the person? Gestapo much. Look, I agree, bad events can happen, but at the same time, I'm a big accountability guy. Like, you got to take care of yourself. What should I post here? We'll wrap it up. What should I make my final BlueSky post be? And we'll check to see if if that thing got appealed. How do they know she's unarmed? How do they know she's not a threat? That's true. You don't know that, but I wouldn't have assumed that she was armed in that situation, personally. Like, I know you gotta treat it like that, but she did stop. She eventually stopped. She got really close and then
they're telling her to...
Yeah, but she kept arguing. I don't know why you'd argue. Pattern recognition upon us. Police response isn't police brutality. Got what I voted for award. Should I become a man? Nah, I'm just gonna say this. What should I add? There we go.
Move, but not...
Why do you have that? What do you mean? It was for a video. It was for a video a long time ago. Remember? No, it was for the Hassan video. Let me show you. Yeah, welcome. Remember this? There you go. That's why I have that right here. Hey, don't put me in quotes. You can see it. You can see it right here. You can see it right there. But anyway, let's see if we got banned.
I am sworn to Ner'zhul.
Aw, they didn't change it. But anyway, guys, do you want a video today? Do you guys want a fucking video today? Because I'm thinking about making a video. Just kidding. I already had a video planned. I know exactly what I'm going to do today. Hopefully I can get 2 out. It'll probably be both, like, kind of not exactly my older content, but my more modern content. Where you guys just like me shitting on Redditors constantly. I'm not going to put too much effort into it. Or not effort, but like research. It's not going to be like my last video where I only did like 5 posts. I'm going to try to compile a bunch of clips and stuff. I know, I'm going to go back and forth. Don't worry. A woman just trying to cross a police line. I know. Why would you try to do that? It doesn't make any sense. You're asking to get shot. Like, even if they're wrong for shooting you, you're also a retard. I'm sorry. Remember, guys, flop around and find out. That should be the motto of the stream. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at r/LA today on the video. So that should be fun. That was recommended in one of my last comments. Because I don't want to just post the pizza cake update. Like, I'm not going to lie, guys. What is my day job? You're looking at it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think I should only try to get 1 video out a day. I know I want to do 2. But it really psychologically fucks with me, you know? Like, I can't. Whenever I think about doing 2 videos, I get a different type of concept in my mind for how I should do the videos. And I end up like stressing myself out for no reason. So I'm just going to try to get 1 really good video out. And if I have the energy to do more, that's what I'll be doing. But I'm not going to burn myself out. That's also a thing. Like physically I'm fine, but mentally it's like kind of stressful to be like, all right, should I make 2 different videos? Should I make one a lot higher quality than the other? It's something I thought wouldn't be a big issue that I would have to balance, but it is. Quality over quantity, health above all. No, I still want to do, I know what you guys really like, because it's content that I really like as well. Like, I'm not trying to make these master quality videos that, you know, will be remembered. I'm just trying to have fun, you know? And I think I want to be remembered by how much fun we had just, you know, making fun of Redditors. That's really it. Because I can do the more in-depth content, the super researched, and I do want to make them at least once a week, maybe. But the second I put a time limit on that or try to schedule stuff, it stresses me out, and it gets I end up making less videos because I just stunt myself mentally. You should move on to Reels when you finish with Reddit. I don't know, bro. Reddit's like an infinite content hole. And the fun thing about Reddit is if I want to cover a topic, you know, some dumbass Redditor has an opinion about it. So, first time seeing you live, funny timing because I just had to deal with another brain dead. You disagree with what I said, so you support Trump. You're a fascist idiot. Funny enough, I'm going to be going over those posts today. That's what the video is going to be on. But anyway, I want to get to that as soon as I get off this. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, all the donations. Thank you to everybody who gave memberships today. I think we had 15 given, or 20, I can't remember. But I will be shouting you guys out at the end of my next video. And yeah, I know I'm already bouncing, but hey, it's Flopper Friday. So I'm going to try to do like a special stream, but I want to also stream like some games and just talk, like have a lot more casual stream throughout the week, you know, because this is, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to try to be working on an 8-hour schedule like everyone else, because I think I'll get a lot more content out. But I will see you guys later. I'm definitely going to do content for tomorrow because I know that parade's going to get crazy. But the reason I'm stopping now is it's 10 p.m. Here, and I want to go to bed before 3 a.m. because that's probably how long it's going to be. I'm going to be up working. Hey, Pet the Tortoise Shell. I got you. I'll do more in Pet. Oh. Okay, fine. Come here. Come here. Oh, God. Hello, Gigi, please don't scratch me. Please don't scratch me. I love you, Gigi. Please don't scratch me. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Holy shit. Puh. She got hair everywhere. You guys can't see it, but there's hair literally all over me. Hi, girl. Oh, now you want to come back to love me. Now she's on my legs. Now she's on my legs. God, there's hair everywhere. Oh, she did not like that. But anyway. I know, she's not the type to pick up. She's definitely not the type to pick up. Puh, puh. 500 calories in there. Why are you trying to calorie count my cat? What are you trying to do? She is like a woman. No comment, no comment. Yeah, no, she is definitely way more than 500 calories. I would say she's probably like, actually like 2,000. I think she would be the average calorie count. But I don't know why we're discussing this. Go, peace, adios. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I know it wasn't as exciting as I hoped, but I still want to get videos out. So I will see you guys in a few hours. Peace out. Thank you, Highware5, again for the 10.
Tremble before the scourge.
I hope you have a great day or night as well. You can't make me leave? True, I can't. But unfortunately, our channel needs another video. So I will see you guys hopefully before 1 a.m. Peace.